quietly said, "Good luck." Hello. I'm hoping to give you quite a relaxed experience. I want it to be soft, like a warm bath, like a shared warm bath with all of your friends. Because I feel like I want it to be that, like if you had a pain in your lower back, it's gone. Or that stinging sensation when you pee, no more. The sense of existential angst, that's increased, but in a good way. One of my favourite things to do with friends was on like a school bus, a trip somewhere, or a sleepover. There was always one girl that pulled out that Teen Girl magazine out of her pants, and we would crowd around and we would go through the quizzes that asked, you know, what type of cloud represents how much you hate your mum. And what I wanted to do today was bring one of those magazines for us to go through, but it turns out they don't actually exist anymore. I'm not sure why, but what I want to do is I want to pitch my idea for a Teen Girl magazine to you all. I feel like you would be really good on the cover. Do you mind standing up? And if you could show everyone your very best. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but I sure am having fun. You can do it. Yeah, I mean, for everybody to see. Ideally. Here we go. Don't know what I'm doing with my life. But I sure Perfect. All right, brilliant. Perfect. I'm gonna maybe hold auditions. Maybe see who else is out there. But no, what we'd start off with is we'd have the editor's letter, which is from me because I hired myself. That is internal nepotism. And it starts off by saying, "Hello." And I feel like that gets my point across. And then there's an article on how to make him fall in love with you. So step one is you take a strand of his hair, facial, pubic, or normal, and you kill 3 chickens, or if none are available due to the cost of living, you kill 5 pigeons. Or if you are vegan, vegetarian, you vomit and collect up the dying gut bacteria. Collect a spoonful of menstrual blood, preferably your own. And you mix the blood and the hair and you sprinkle it under a tree that rustles your name in the wind. And then you can use anything that's left over to spruce up your makeup routine. And then the next part is it's saying, forget about the zodiac, basic astrology, welcome to birth charts, which is much more specific. And I feel like each week we'd have something tailor-made for one individual. So it would say, were you born at 12:55 a.m. on the 22nd of October 1983 in Lincoln? If so, stop wearing that brown coat, it doesn't flatter your body type. And I feel like that really gives us longevity, because that's, for everybody on the planet, that's like 8 billion issues, so we'll just keep that funding going. And then there would be my interview with Nicole Kidman. I saw her and I said, Nicole, over here, I just want to ask you, Nicole! And then I was escorted away by concerned onlookers. But I did manage to get a picture of her left foot where she was wearing the latest winter trend of shoes outside. And then there'd be a quiz. And so if you could all take part. So if dogs were relationships, are you A, looking for a fresh, untouched puppy, possibly a bit young and untrained? Got some liars in the audience, okay. And B, are you looking to rescue and adopt a dog from an unloved home? Thought there was a hand up. Alex, okay, you're married. Or C, are you waiting for your current dog to die of old age? Or D, you have a kennel full of bitches and they're all currently pregnant. All right. The next bit is on, if you want to train to be the perfect girlfriend, have you considered taking on an abusive boyfriend? It's basically like a dating boot camp. I mean, if you think he might kill you any second, just think how good your blowjob technique is gonna be to keep him in a good mood. I feel like as straight women, the main advice we get given is you gotta let him chase you. That's it, that's the rule, like let him chase you. And I don't know that I want a guy who needs the thrill of a chase, because my ex-partner literally chased me down the street one time, and it's not a character trait I would recommend, although it did make my palms sweat and my heart beat faster. But no, we get told by these magazines back in the day to accommodate someone else's desires rather than working out what you personally want. And we have this true story from our readers, which is me, because I'm the only reader. And my mum told me that she was concerned because she'd heard on the radio that some men don't date women whose body count is higher than 3. And that had me worried, because at that time, the number of men I had slept with was 3. So to resolve the problem, I fucked a 4th guy at the first available opportunity, because I want to make myself permanently off limits to these kind of fucking idiots. And I feel like everybody should do the same, because that's how we eliminate men like that from the evolutionary chain. Unfortunately, that 4th guy did end up being my boyfriend. He thinks he's going bald, but actually I'm just taking his hairs one by one for my friendship. But ultimately, my plan has stayed the same in terms of dating, which is the one day I will make someone very happy, and that person is me. And my closing editor's letter reads, okay, bye.